And what is up, everybody? It is Chris Akin with Erik Ferentinos, and we are back once again for another live edition of Chris Akin Presents. And we fooled all you fucks. Look at this. We're doing a live show where everybody else is doing, here's our top 5 best of the year. Here us two dickheads are with nothing to do but do this. So here we are. Once again, we are live. Erik, welcome to the show once again, my friend.
Thank you, sir. And how was your Christmas?
It was good, man. It was good. You know, it's funny. We were just joking, literally right before we came on. We were doing a whole show before you guys even got to see us. We were what, 15 minutes into the show before.
We're like, oh yeah, we have a show to do.
I looked up and it said, 8 seconds. Fuck. You know, push some buttons quickly.
Let's get the people in on this. Exactly.
Let them share with us. But yeah, man, Christmas was good. I really didn't do anything at all yesterday. We celebrated the celebration I could do with 2 of my kids was yesterday. I saw 2 days ago rather. I saw them on Saturday. I had dinner with my mom and my niece, and that was fun. And it was just a good get together on an otherwise cold and absolutely dreary, shitty weathered weekend here. And then yeah, it's cold, man. Holy mother of fuck, it is cold.
I was telling Chris that I was messing with the people on my social media on Christmas morning because we had some weird warm front here in San Diego, right. And the temperature, no kidding, was 75 degrees. Ugh. And I know the whole country was frozen, so I just had to throw up a pic from my beach balcony there and throw up the Christmas socks in my shorts and rub it in. People got a kick out of that.
I didn't. I wanted to kick you. Let me tell you, dude, it is so cold here. On Saturday's the only day I had to go out. I had to go again to my mom's. And so I was watching the Browns game. My dinner was at 6 at my mom's. So I was watching the Browns game. The Browns game was at 1 till like 4:30. And that was a miserable experience all by itself. But I watched it. It was fucking terrible. 4 o'clock comes, game ends. I'm like, all right, I'm going to leave at 4:30. I know the roads were not going to be good. I was like, I'm going to give myself an hour and a half to get a half hour. Plenty of time, right? So I go out to my car. I die going out to my car to just start it. I wanted to start it, let the heat run, let the car be warm so I won't get in the car and be frozen, right? I let it go. I don't get into my car until 20 till 5. Like I just let it run for 40 minutes. I was dicking around, taking a shower, whatever.
This was your Tauntaun, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly.
Your Tauntaun Ultima?
Yeah, exactly. I finally get out there at 20 till 5. My car is still freezing cold. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I mean, it was just, that's how cold it was. It wasn't that the car stalled. It wasn't that it wasn't blowing heat. It was just cold. It was like minus 20 or something with the wind. And my car, as much as I was trying, I get, 40 minutes. You would think of 40 minutes with your heat on high, the car would be warm. It was still like cold to the touch on the steering wheel and stuff. I was like, oh God. But I just braved it out there, and then I more or less skied my way to my mom's house because I was a fishtailing fool all the way down to her place. But
you're lucky, man, because that happens both ways. Not only your car you got to worry about, but the oncoming traffic, your adrenaline's exploding.
Mm-hmm.
Put you in a bad way for Christmas dinner.
Yeah, well, and not only that, I don't drive much, so me and I don't get a lot of highway driving anyway, let alone highway driving with the tires sliding back and forth on the ass end of my car. So it's like, holy smokes, this sucks. But, whatever. I made it. I didn't wreck. Everything was good. Had a good time. And then yesterday, I didn't see my family. I didn't hear from my family. It's like the best Christmas I could ever have.
It was like Home Alone.
It was, dude. I'm telling you, I stayed up real late. I was up watching TV and doing, stuff for the various shows on the network till like, I don't know, 5:30 in the morning or something, 5:36 in the morning. So I slept until, I don't know, maybe like 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon.
Nice.
And I get up and my house is empty because my kids had gone to, or my son had gone to go and spend Christmas with his mom and his brother and his sister. They went somewhere else. And so I just was like, this is the best. There's nobody here. I don't have to mute the porn. I can do whatever I want.
Jerkmate.
Yeah.
You didn't have to turn it down this time when the commercial came on.
Didn't have to set the flashlight on low. It could make all the noise it wants. Yeah, it was fine.
Right, that's enough, Mr. Akin.
It was fine. But yeah, that was my Christmas. Not super exciting. Nothing fantastic. You know, my kids had said early on they did not want to do Christmas presents, so I was like, okay, good enough.
That's fine. All you had to say.
Well, you know what, dude? I know you're more of a Christmas guy than me. I am not Christmas guy. I am not holiday guy, birthday guy. I'm good if we don't celebrate any of that shit. For me personally, it's cumbersome, and you know, I know some people like you like it, right? You're a Christmas guy.
I know how to Christmas for the most part, but one thing I'm bad at is shopping. I typically don't go shopping till like Christmas Eve day, which this year was no exception. And unfortunately for me, somewhere between me heading out to go shopping and going to the one mall area that I went to, I somehow lost the fob that gets me into my complex I live at.
Oh no.
And the extra key to get into the side, so that sucked. I had to replace that. I had an amazing Christmas Eve.
Okay.
Because my sister threw a lovely Christmas Eve party at her house, which they have an amazing place, and she knows my sister is an amazing hostess when it comes to that sort of thing.
Sure.
And it's like, you know, restaurant quality food and everything they put out, open bar, which is kind of dangerous, you know. But sadly, Christmas at my mom's was canceled.
Why?
Well, my 9 times vaccinated parents, 12 booster shots or whatever they're at, got COVID.
Oh.
So my stepdad was in the hospital. My mother, very ill. I'm happy to report they're doing better now.
Well, that's good.
But yeah, so whatever they say about, hey, make sure you get boosted for the holidays because you don't want to miss anything.
Yeah.
That's a crock of shit because they're the only ones that didn't make it to the party. So
right.
But luckily we did have an awesome Christmas Eve, and then Christmas itself we did salvage. My lady Susan, her kids were out here, Kaylee, and also her son Aiden, and they're college age too, like your nieces. They're like 21, 22, so they're a good age, you know, where you could drink with them and stuff.
Sure.
And we had fun. I've been like their personal chef.
Okay.
For like the last 4 days. I've been cooking these amazing like breakfasts,
right,
and snacks and dinners, and last night we did a big roast.
Okay.
And it was good. We had like a family kind of dinner, and it was nice, man.
Did you do your eggnogging?
We did eggnog. I made eggnog French toast. Eggnog dipped French toast.
So you dip you dip the French toast in eggnog?
Yeah. Well, you get some loaves of French bread.
Okay.
Okay, from the bakery, and you cut it up into some good size, you know, slices. I don't know if you can see that. Probably like, say that thick. You take some eggs, you beat them up. You take a little nog, put it in there. Take some cinnamon, sprinkle it on top. Now you take those slices of bread and you let it soak in there until it gets nice and wet. And that French bread can really take a lot of the egg. You know, it could sit in there a long time compared to a piece of Wonder Bread or something.
Right, sure.
You know, it's even better if the bread's a little stale. Secret. But anyways, you get that in there, and I have a big like griddle that I pull out while, and I stick that thing on the counter. Once that stuff's good to go, you stick them all on top, and while they're going, I slather them in butter, of course, because I'm trying to kill myself. You know,
guy with the heart attack talking about slathering things in butter.
I broke every, heart disease guy rule this holiday. It was terrible. But I did double down on like the Metamucil. I'm like, oh shit, we're gonna need to poop this out tomorrow. And I did go on my walks and stuff. So I don't know. It doesn't look like I caused too much damage. I feel like I'm at least stayed the same. I didn't lose any weight.
Right. Of course, this week you'll be on a 72-hour fast, followed by eating for 1 hour. And yeah, that's right. You do have a gig this week, right?
We are playing the Whiskey A Go-Go in Hollywood. Stephen Piercy. Live.
Nice. Just you guys, or is it you guys and Vince, or what is it?
It's typically a bunch of locals.
Okay.
That open. I'm not sure who they are.
Okay.
We usually go on around 11. Very cool. This will be our last show of the year, which isn't it our last show of the year tonight?
I think it is, yes. Yeah, the next one will be the 2nd of January.
That's right. So, ladies and gentlemen, be sure you're liking our podcast down below and that you're subscribing.
Yes, do all that.
So you don't miss a second of it.
That's right. Do all the stuff. Dude, I got to tell you the crazy thing, man, with the podcasting and stuff. So I have made it my mission. I'm studying this stuff as well as doing it. I'm obviously doing it, and I'm trying to do it as like more like my career, because I just am sick of building fucking websites and stuff. I hate it. I just hate it. And I want to do this. I have fun doing this. I'm good at doing this. And not just sitting in front of the microphone yammering, but I mean the lighting and the backgrounds and the, getting it out to the various places and, the whole business of podcasting. I'm really studying in. And Agreed. I've been studying this fucking YouTube nonstop. I'm just like, man, how are people that are doing podcasts on, picking up dog shit, getting 18 million fucking plays on their videos?
Right.
And I discovered a new world this week, the world of YouTube Shorts. Now,
are those shorts you wear, Chris? Or
no, they are not. They're the equivalent of TikTok videos, basically. The little 10, 15-second videos, just a little, you take a hot take, something that one of us says during it, you cut it real short, and you post it up there. And you can add music to it and stuff. Like, as an example, I took the Steven when Steven came on last week for 10 seconds, and he was like, I asked him, I said, hey, where do you get the coffee? And he's like, go to the fucking website,
How do I know?
Yeah, he was like, I don't know, go to the fucking website, just a little quick 15 seconds. I cut that into a YouTube short. I put a rat song on it, posted it up, and it got like 800 plays or something. And I'm just like, what the hell? So I've been playing with this thing, and I started playing with it. I've been doing it more on the CMSPN channel than our channel because there's more people to start from.
Sure.
But I've jumped like 31,000 plays in 28 days from the previous 28 days, 31,000 more than the previous.
Bravo, man.
In a weekend. Yeah, I mean, just in a weekend. And I added like 130 subscribers in a weekend. And it's crazy. So now I'm like all in. Now I'm going through every fucking video I have. And I'm like, oh, no, can't use that. Can't use. Here's a second.
And we found 3 seconds of useful footage we could use for this.
And I'll use it. I've been making these shorts and scheduling them for days because I see the value of them. And, and it's just the next thing is it just seems like people are more and more getting away from like super long. They'll either watch a whole podcast like this or they'll watch 15 seconds. There's no watching 20 minutes anymore.
This is Chris's nice way of saying people are dumbed down.
Well, people are stupid. I'll be the first one to admit it. Me being as guilty as anybody. Look, I will admit every 6 stupid thing that I do. And here's one of them. And I know I'm not alone, even though you're going to cringe and you're going to be like, that's fucking gross. I don't care. These fucking 10-second videos of the people squirting their fucking cysts and I'll watch 100 of them in a row. I will just sit there with my stupid fucking phone and I will watch somebody stick a knife into a cyst and burst it. I will watch over and over and over. And
that sounds like a Pantera documentary or something from 1999.
Dude, there's a zillion. I mean, a zillion of these videos online. Every one of them has a couple million plays. And that's all people are doing. They're just videotaping themselves squeezing zits. I mean, that's how dumb we are as a society. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie and say I'm not even part of it. I am.
Are you up there doing zit videos?
I wish I had a good zit to pop. I wish I had a big infested cyst that somebody could cut in my back.
I should come up with a new kind of music called zit pop.
You should, dude. Every rapper known to man is getting royalty money because all the rap songs are being used in zit videos.
Wow.
It's nonstop. It is nonstop.
Right. So the algorithms can detect if your song is like copywritten and it's in one of these zit popping videos and it gets 150 million
plays or whatever. Yeah.
You actually start suddenly getting checks. You're like, where's this coming from?
Yeah.
And find out it's from a zit popping video.
Dude, it's not even that. Let me put it to you even more crazy. Not only does it not have to detect it anymore, their software, like YouTube software to make a YouTube short, gives you the option to add songs.
Right. And you know what? Now that you mentioned it, I have been doing on Instagram.
Instagram does the same thing.
It doesn't beam over to Facebook for some reason. That bums me out. But I typically will pick a Stephen Pearcy track.
Yeah.
Today I did that to promote the show. I typed in I Can't Take It, Stephen Pearcy. Right. It popped right up. It gives me the option of how much of the tune I wanted to play. The whole first 30 seconds fit in perfectly.
Yeah. And you use it, dude. I clipped the clip of you talking about Tom Araya wanting meth from the first show that we did. I clipped that. First thing I did, put in a Slayer track. Nice. I put in Skeletons of Society. So while you're telling this story, it's like da 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 da. It sounds all fucking wicked.
Nice.
You know? And it's cool. And it's now Slayer will get if that one does 1,000 plays, which it will. You know, probably 10,000 plays because it's Slayer. You know, Slayer will get credit for 10,000 plays. In a way,
you're welcome, Tom.
Yeah, there you go.
I could share your past indiscretions with our audience.
Exactly. So yeah, I've been studying it a little bit, just trying to get more eyes, more ears on the show, this show, CMS, all the shows, really, everything I'm involved in. I'm trying to get more eyes and ears on because 2023, this is what I want to do. You know, I'm tired of doing jobs that I fucking don't like. And, you know, I enjoyed to death the fact that I have great customers at Aiken IT, but I fucking hate their work. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I fucking hate it. I hate it when somebody comes to me and is like, you know, I'd really like to have a different website. I have no idea what I want, but I want it to be number one on Google, and I want it to be number one on Google tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Go. Do you have any new stuff? Do you have any new stuff? I don't know. Do I? They'll ask me, do they have new? I'll ask them, do they have new stuff? They'll ask me, do I? Fuck do I know? No. I don't know.
I had a guy do the same thing in regards to like it was a singer who wanted to write something, and he goes, "Hey man, let's work on something, man. Send me a song. I want it to sound like Led Zeppelin." You know.
Okay.
Sure. I'll write a song that's as good as Led Zeppelin.
Right. And you know, since Led Zeppelin only had one style, it should be easy to copy it, right? They had no variety in their music.
Right. If I could write a song that good, I'd keep it for myself.
Yeah. Dude, people it is amazing to me how many people do not understand, you know, especially with you more than me, but just artistic people in general. I get people all the time that ask me different topic, but sort of the same. Hey man, I want to write a book with you.
Right.
Okay. Do you realize what that means?
What that entails?
Yeah. Do you realize how much effort you're going to have to put in? Especially if they say, I want to write a book about my life. And then I'll be like, okay, well, what do you want to talk about? Well, I don't know. You're the writer. Well, I don't
They
know
want
your
to have a
fucking
seance
life.
and get a ghostwriter.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
like, I don't know your fucking life. At best, I know your public life. I mean, at best, I know the things that I've seen on MTV or that I've read in magazines. I don't know. Well, I had a girlfriend and she killed herself by jumping off a cliff, or I don't know those stories. You got to tell me those. Yeah. Oh, well, how do I start? I don't know. Write an outline. Well, how do I do that? I've never done that before. Oh, Jesus God. All right, maybe a book's not in your future. It really is. It really is. And I cannot even imagine for you, because I'm sure you get every fucking wannabe singer thinks that they're great. Most of them are not. No offense to any that are, but most of them are not. And they're like, dude, tell me if any of this is wrong. Correct me when I'm wrong here. But they hit you with the, dude, I know I can make it. I know I just need the right song and I need the right help. And you've been in bands, so you know what to do. So write me a song, man.
I mean, certainly, there's people that have come across for that sort of thing. Probably more commonly, they'll come to national guitar players and want them to play on their track.
Oh yeah,
like a guitar solo or something. George Lynch gets that. He gets a lot of work like that.
Sure.
And charges a lot.
Yeah.
We might even talked about this, but I'm pretty modest. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I can play a little solo on your thing, but it's going to cost something. I'm not going to just sit here and do that for free.
Yeah, it's your job.
And that's happened, sure, dozens of times. And then when I give the number, you don't hear back, which leads me to believe they thought I was going to do it for free. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure weird. They all think they're good. I'm sure they all I get that one with web work all the time. People will be like, dude, can you build me a website? Sure. What do you want it to be? They tell me what they want. I'm like, okay, well, it's going to cost this much. Dude, I don't have that kind of money, but think of the exposure you'll get. You know what, dude?
Oh, yeah.
I ain't feeding myself off the exposure.
That's right.
If you blow up, it's fine with me that you blow up and that I don't get recognized in that in that line.
And you get people probably also that you have a Cameo, by the way. Chris Akin is on Cameo.
I am.
So if you want to break up with your girlfriend, you want to tell a friend to pay up the money they owe you, whatever it may be, you could actually pay a really good deal to have Chris Akin personally do that for you.
And my cameos are super, super long. Like, I do not do the Eddie Trunk. Hey guys, it's Chris Akin, and just want to tell you, happy Valentine's Day, Sharon. Hope it's a great day. I do not do that shit. Let me find my Cameo real quick, because some of mine are fucking.
I got to see Mr. Piercy do a few cameos, which was kind of cool to see, because I mean, he always encourages me to do that, and up until now, I've avoided it because I didn't really consider myself to be that known, publicly, other than playing in Steven's band or whatever. But now with the show that we have, hey, the audience probably will build, and it would make more sense to have something like that. So I think in 2023, I am going to have a Cameo, as you do.
You should have one.
Right.
Dude, the 3 cameos that I have showing are, the shortest one is 1:45. The next one is 4 minutes and 7 seconds. And the next one is 4 minutes, 45 seconds.
Wow. Did you play an opus on there for them?
I'll play one. I don't care.
Okay.
Let me see.
Yeah, let's see it.
See if I can play it. I don't know if I can play it or
Do you
not.
pop a zit or anything?
No, none of that. Hold on here. Let me get it all queued up here. And I'll show it. I mean, this is one, and I'll do anything. I don't care. I really don't care what they ask me for.
You heard it here, folks.
I will.
He'll do anything.
I will do any of them. This one here was a guy that wanted me to sell the fact that the best band in the entire world was A Flock of Seagulls. So here we go.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Chris Akin from the Classic Metal Show. And you might think from hearing that I am the host of the Classic Metal Show, that my love of music all stems from 80s metal music. And goddamn, would you be wrong? When I think of the 80s, I think of all the great bands of the time. You know, Men Without Hats. I don't know. Yeah, there's so many great ones. Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Human League, Men at Work. I mean, all the true greats. But there was one band, that stood above all the others in the 80s. Of course, I am talking about A Flock of Seagulls. And I am certainly glad to proudly announce that I am the greatest Flock of Seagulls fan that has ever existed. And I mean, how could you not be a fan of A Flock of Seagulls? I mean, they were just so tremendous. I mean, Mike Score and Paul Reynolds and Ali Score and the blazing bass guitar work of Frank Maudsley. I mean, this was I'm not going to lie, Wikipedia definitely opened on I didn't know any of these names.
That's a stunning knowledge you have of this band.
I'm well versed in Flock of Seagulls, right? All right, here's a little more of this nonsense. Band that was like no other. When they came out, I mean, everybody remembers the song I Ran So Far Away. Everybody remembers that song. And that's fine. It was good for the radio or whatever. But it built a legacy which still lives today. You know, when I think of AFOS, and that's what us common great fans call them, A Flock of Seagulls were just so much better than everybody else. In fact, in the 80s, when AFOS was on the top of the world, I formed the first ever fan club for Flock of Seagulls. It was called AGOG, AGOGG, which stood for A Gaggle of Gay Gentlemen, which of course was just a tribute to the greatness of A Flock of Seagulls. I'm just going to tell you, I must.
Oh, wow.
And on it goes. That's only half. There's another 2 minutes of this.
That is amazing.
I love doing cameos, man. I don't care. I don't care what they ask me for. I did turn one down because they just kept getting gayer and gayer and gayer with it. And I just was like, all right, I've had enough. I've had enough. I don't remember what the last one was, but the last one that I actually turned down was something like, I don't know, I love the taste of Neely's cock or something. I was just like, nah, I'm not going that far. But, you know, I mean, it was.
The price was a little higher, maybe.
Yeah, for a premium, you know, throw me $200, maybe I'm in. I don't care. But
well, I watched Steven do his. It was pretty cool. He has it down. You know, he being an iconic guy gets a fair amount of requests. You know, and that's just part of his day. It appears.